Yeah, we may have some stragglers that are coming in, but that's perfectly fine. So for those who are joining us today, I would like to say welcome to everyone. And I'm Lisa Joe, and it's an honor to have you all here today on Spiritual Messengers of Light, Messages from Spirit. And my co-host today is Jon Furtado. He's a medium, and I'm so grateful you're joining us today, Jon.
I'm grateful to be here.
So we have a beautiful flow planned. A short conversation with Jon about his work, followed by readings for two guests who will be joining us live today. So let's start off with some questions for Jon. Can you share how your journey into mediumship first began?
Well, my journey started very young. I used to feel things, but of course, in Canada, we don't have a school, right? So where do you go? Um, and my aunt and my great aunt in near Boston, New Bedford, Massachusetts, we'd visit her, and I was 7 years old, and she was a medium. And everybody said, "Oh, she's a healer." So I would see her work, and I was quite scared, being, raised Catholic, and everything is so. Um, and I was really afraid, like, where's this gift come from? As a light, or and all this business. But I want to say basically, when I was 35 years old, I had a rude awakening in my life, like a reset. I spiraled down in my life and didn't want to feel due to a lot of variables, lots of trauma. And that's when I first saw spirit. I saw a little boy in my room. Um, and his mat wasn't moving. And at that point in my life, I was forced to meditate an hour a day. I was in rehab. Like, I mean, my life had spiraled. I was 35. And that's when I started to feel and see spirit. And it was kind of a rude awakening of saying, "We love you, we're here." I was so fed up of dogma and everything else. And I was just like, okay, I don't want to live anymore. I don't want to, having faced a lot of difficult things like sexual abuse. And at that point in time, I hadn't done much therapy. I was still in the victim. And that day, spirit was like, okay, we're here. We got you. We love you. And that's how it first started.
Was there a moment when you knew that this was going to be your path?
Oh yeah. I want to say right before my mother passed in 2021, I'm also a therapist in Montreal in France. I'm a thérapeute en relation d'aide, relational therapist. And I thought I'm going to do therapy and I'm going to help my clients that way. And I probably will eventually, right? But um, it's the synchronicities that happened uh, in the US, everywhere, in the Europe, when I was traveling and I had all these beautiful messages from spirit and I was guided to the right places. And ended up going to Arthur Finley, which is a beautiful mediumship school, professional mediumship school in the UK, a bit like Lilydale, New York, and Lilydale stems from that. So Arthur Finley teaches professional mediumship, and I was quite nervous when I first went on stage there because they had three people on stage, myself, my friend Brandy Wells, who's an amazing medium. Uh, Brandy is in New Hampshire, okay, and she's an amazing medium, and she was on stage before I. So that's when I actually officially, I want to say, came out as a medium in the world and had peers, people that have been teaching mediumship for 400 years in this beautiful school. And it felt like I'm finally home. I don't, for those that know me personally, I'm going to let people in while I talk. That's okay. People that know me personally have seen my trajectory, right? Have seen my therapist or, people that know me have seen the hard work. But I want to tell you that spirit has been so amazing and supportive in my life. And that's when I feel them close to me. Or my mother was in the ambulance during COVID, and I felt my sister who passed when she was 12, I was 2. She squeezed me, and that's rare that I feel them touch me or squeeze me. So yeah, I have very profound moments of spirit.
That's a beautiful story. So it's like spirit came to you
Yeah.
again when you were ready. And sometimes all the walls have to break down before we open up, at least in my opinion, but I'm always learning. So how would you describe the difference between intuition and the kind of mediumship that you do? Oh,
It's okay. I'm getting a resonance. Well, intuition, everybody has intuition, which is our innate. I think we have two screens open. I'm not sure, huh?
yeah, let me see. Something happened because we're having feedback.
Oh, Sandy, can everybody close their microphones, please? There you go. Is that better?
Yes,
Okay, we're
perfect.
good. Thank you. We're good. No worries. So back to your question, intuition is innate for every human being, and it's something that is inside of all of us. This separation from source creates confusion and trauma. As a therapist and someone who goes to therapy, trauma will block intuition, meaning I'm doing this therapy called IFS, which is internal family system. It's saved my life in many ways. I want to say it's been a huge breakthrough because I'm able to sit, and it's hard sometimes, able to sit with the little boy inside that was hurt, sexually abused, or all these things that happened to me. And I'm able to sit with that more and be caring, becoming a parent. That's different. So as a medium, intuition, we all have it. Like everybody sings, but not everybody's Celine Dion, you know?
Yeah,
So, and I ask Spirit, you want me to do this work? Because I really did everything in my life to not do this, to not feel, to not, I felt it was, I used to see things that were just harsh and, and feel people's emotions completely. And I've learned over the last 20 years to go, that's not mine, that's them. So the intuition we all have, and I believe one can sharpen their pencils and their intuition, but I also believe some people are born as mediums.
yes.
And when you're born a medium, it's very different because some people want to study mediumship, but they never actually, it's a lifestyle. It's not just let me, and I'm horrible at posting, and my clients are often telling me, John, oh my God, you did it live, and now we know you're there, you're here. And I'm working with a team now to better that because I can't be good at everything. But to answer your question, yes, intuition is very different. Evidential mediumship is when I give evidence from the spirit world. So my client says nothing, hello, and then I connect to spirit, and spirit tells me who they were. Because everybody's grandmother died, right?
Yeah.
But what's the
Yeah.
difference of, I mean, I think I gave you a message when I was at your house with your,
Oh yeah, it was, and I kept wanting to, you're like, don't tell me anything, just let me. I'm like, okay, okay.
no, because I'm like, girl, I just drove all the way from the Panhandle in Florida to
Yeah.
Montreal, and I'm like, just let me tell you what's going on.
And I'm like, I know who you're talking. Well, just let me finish. And I was excited, but I also wanted to give you confirmation. And you're like, just, and I'm sitting here going, yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, but it was, very exciting because the message came from my stepdad, right? And he had just recently had passed I think it's been almost 2 years in November. So he had just recently passed, and um, he was my dad since I was 2 years old. And so I just call him my dad. He's been my dad. He's been in that role and everything. And, but he was a hardcore kind of person, and very strict and yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And the messages that you gave me was he didn't really realize what I did, and he can see me from a different perspective. And then just did a lot of apology about different things in my life that had happened and that he was part of. So, and it was like he didn't mean to make me feel so bad and to call me names and things like that. So I think he actually was able to see exactly what I do, and then it was a big relief and a big healing for me to hear him say he was sorry for being so strict and things like that. So it was a beautiful message I received. What are you actually sensing and seeing or hearing when you connect with spirit?
Oh, a lot of funny things. I mean, sometimes I'll connect to spirit and I had one instance where this message circle, she's like, "Can you connect to my son?" And my hand went like this, and I felt a needle go in my arm, and I'm like,
Oh,
and it was physical, like a little bit. Like it didn't hurt. It pricked like a real needle, but I went, oh, and that was a sign. So every time I do a reading, I get trained by spirit, if you want. Like you never arrive. So what's really cool is, and I was like, okay, your son had chemotherapy, and that was a sign for chemotherapy. And so spirit will give me little hints like that of what's going on, or I'll feel physically in my body how they crossed over. So if it was their heart, like the other day I was in hot yoga. And someone came into the locker room. Thank God I was dressed. It was like, oh my God, hi. And he's like, are you Jon Furtado? You're the medium. I said, yes. He's like, can you? He goes, I've been looking for someone like you. I'm like, okay. And he's like, "Do you feel my mom?" And the minute he said that, my heart squeezed. And I said, "She died of a heart attack." And he started to cry. This is a
Oh,
24-year-old young man who was broken in many ways, right? And trying to, and now he goes to a spiritualist church, and he has more hope, got a job, like. But I was like, okay, it just came to me, and it something funny enough, when I used to see clients 20 years ago at home, and I'm making chicken soup. It's super the best way because I'm doing something and I'm just giving a message. And I wish I had a restaurant. I could just give messages and people can come in and, you know, because when you're not concentrating on what do I have to say, then it comes clearer from spirit. The connection from the divine is sharp. One of my favorite American mediums is I mean James Van Praagh is great, but John Edwards is amazing. Why? Because John Edwards he's ethical, but he has ways of working that are very precise.
yeah, it's good not to have information fed to you, and then you can't, that I kind of am not the same as you, but when I work with clients and stuff, I don't really want to know anything about them because that way I don't have to I can't, I will not be accused of taking their information and feeding it back to them. So for me, it's best if I don't really know a lot about them. So it sounds like the information you're getting is truly coming from a loved one in spirit by actually looking at the reactions of the person that you're connecting with.
Well, you can see I had an interview with Virgin Radio Montreal live, and you could actually go on my website. You can go on my Instagram, and you'll see the portion of video where I did live readings for three people that worked for Virgin I never met, and it was incredible. Like boom, 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 and I was really nervous because I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the radio now, and, and I was like, where do I speak? How do I? And I'm like, okay, I'm good because I'm still human, right? Even
I
when
got
we're
to stand up.
you gotta, or like before when you're saying, John, okay, you gotta get in the middle of the screen. I'm horrible with technology. I'm like, just give me. When I was in Lilydale, New York, and I was asked my friend Jim, who's a medium in Cleveland, and he's also a psychologist, but he's like, John, do you want to serve? And I'm in Lilydale, New York, and of course, when you're in America, it's kind of like the mecca of spirituality because you have organizations, you have more people. So as a Canadian, I'm like, wow, this is such an honor, and I feel like I'm at Disney. Honest, I get more excited at spiritualist camps than I love Disney, and I was in Orlando and all this, but it's just because it's my people. It's like people that love to help others and connect with spirit, and they give proof of life after. And what happens with grieving, as a therapist, I also, I did certification for grief therapy. People grieve their loved ones forever, and it's sad. I did. My sister died, I was two, and I grieved her forever. Like I was always searching to replace female friends as a sister, but you can't do that. You can't put somebody in place. So people come for readings and they have this pain and they miss their loved ones, of course, but they want to know if they're okay. It's always the same thing. And do they love? Of course they love us and on the other side, but we're physical beings on planet Earth. And what's hard is when we have loss.
Yeah.
So and I never tell clients when they're going to cross over. It's not my business. It's between God and them. There's things I'm like, nope. But it's that when they breathe into life more, when they allow themselves to heal and to move on. There's not one spirit that comes through that's angry and never. It's very rare. I never get those. That's a whole different story.
Yeah,
Hauntings and
it is a very deep feeling of healing once you know that okay, they're not in between, they actually made it across. So it is the first step of healing if you aren't in a place where you can start that healing to take place. So what has been one of the most touching or meaningful connections you've witnessed?
in Sedona, Arizona. I walk into a crystal shop. I wanted to go to so Dolly Parton owns this thing called Pink Tours. Pink Jeep Tours. It's like Jeeps, Sedona. So I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. Dolly Parton owns this thing. But I was like there's crystals. I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna go buy some incense. Not that I need anymore, but I walk in and there's this woman, she must be around 70, beautiful long hair. Looked like Crystal Gayle, which is a singer from Canada. Anyway, there's long, long hair for those that are old enough to remember that name. I walk in and she's like, hi. And I was sent there by a friend who owns a shop in Sedona. And she's like, what do you do? I go, I'm a medium. She goes, can I ask you a question? I said, yes. And she's like, my daughter passed 20 years ago, and the Baptist minister said she was in hell because she committed
Oh,
suicide. And she just like, look, it's 8 a.m., right? I'm like, and then I'm like, no. And then I start describing her hair, her favorite food, what she did. The woman was crying. She's like, oh my God. And I'm like, your daughter is not in hell. Your daughter took her life because she was not well. And I said, but she's freed herself of this portion of her life. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
There's no punishing God. People create those stories and the poor woman was grieving her daughter for 20 years. She was just feeling horrible about my daughter's lot, you know? And that was an amazing moment.
So you answered the next question. So
Oh, maybe Spirit knows
that's
before I
okay.
do.
We'll go. Yeah, it hit. So I'm not going to go ahead and ask that question because it talks about grieving and a lot of people want to know if they're still with them. So that kind of did it. So do you feel there is a deep purpose to why some people are more open to receiving?
Yes, yes, I believe that it's an honor. I believe some people are born with this. It's not always easy at first. I know a lot of mediums that have had really hard lives as children, um, felt indifferent. Um, but I do believe people are chosen to do this work. If I look at, the portion of, let's just say America, right? Maybe Tyler Perry. I mean, there's maybe five or six that are really out there, right?
Hmm.
Per capita. I mean, what, we are 350 million. Here in Canada, um, there's no real place, but it's that calling that comes from deep within to always, and that's why I am one to always say like Arthur Finley, Lilydale, these are places that have been Lilydale's been around since 1873 or 1837,
Wow.
1873, and Mae West founded it.
Oh,
Lincoln's wife was a medium. See, so when you have power, you have information. So spiritualism is the study of spirit. It's a science actually. So science meets the invisible. You
mhm.
see? And that for me is my passion about that connection with spirit, where you to learn that to come, but spirit also requires one has to work on themselves to be a better vessel. You cannot have be full of anger and trauma and
Yeah,
then transferring. That's another thing. You have to separate the egg from the yolk. This is my stuff, and that's not the client's stuff. To separate
exactly.
that, and you know that because you had a near-death experience, and I know you do that with your clients.
Yes. Yeah.
The love that you do in your readings, and I don't make it about you, but it's just so tangible. I just wanted to hug. That's why I drove to Texas. I don't just drive to random women's houses with a pie, because you're
Well, that
so,
might help.
well, it might help if you like that kind of thing, but but I'm just saying it's because of your energy, your vibration. So when you're talking about vibration, I'm sure you didn't think you would do this kind of work, but it's amazing what you do with the. I remember one time I was feeling so blue, and I did a class with you, and we hadn't met yet, and it was the archangels and blessing our water. I don't know if you
Yeah.
and cutting cords, and I'm like, oh, and I was becoming a therapist. So my God, I was seeing all the dysfunction in my family. I was seeing my sexual abuse. I was seeing, whoa, how I was powerless. Yeah, I'm a medium, but I'm still a human being, And then I'm taking classes and I'm going diving deep into my own traumas, my psyche, and going, oh my God, how am I going to get out? But there's no way out but in. And when I met you, I'm like, you were so loving and at the right time.
Yeah.
You have no idea how many times I took your video cutting cords during COVID. I was like living with my ex going, oh my God, if I don't listen to cutting cords, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to go to jail. You know,
I need to cut his cord.
I need to cut his cord. Yeah. But those things help because it gives us a reason because we're physical beings. Our senses need to do something to understand.
Yeah, we're human just like everybody else.
We
We have
all
our
are. Yeah.
highs and our lows. But part of, the intuition part of it is you need to start trusting your intuition. And it's hard for a lot of people because they don't know how to do it. And in my experience, I say if you hear something repeating more than two or three times, you need to pay attention because then it's like your inner self is or higher self is talking to you and trying to give you a messages, and you're like, no, I don't have time for that. I know it's going to happen this way, and it doesn't always go that way. And then it's like, oh,
Mhm.
now I understand why you told me to bring a umbrella to a sunny day, and the rain's coming down. And that was the day that I started listening more to the intuition. So,
You know, I was in Barcelona and this is a funny and Spirit kept saying you have to go to this luggage depot. You know, like you just leave your luggage and you pay for storage. And I was like, why do I have to? And it was going on for 3 days. You have to go. You have to. And I'm like, please leave me alone. Like I'm in Barcelona. Like, can I enjoy the sights like everybody else? And you know what? I ended up, I walked for hours down La Rumbla, which is like this huge park downtown, beautiful place. And I get to this luggage depot, the only one in Barcelona. It's a huge city, one. And there's a woman's tarot reader,
oh,
psychic. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I go down the stairs. She has a walker like my mom. My mom had crossed over already. And the woman told me so many things. She never met me. John, you're gonna get known all over the world. You're gonna do this. Your mom died. She's like, thank God you left that per she said all, and I was just looking at her going, and she's like, entiendo español, eso que sí, claro, a little bit, but it was like, Spirit wanted me to go see her. There's one of my clients, she's on screen, May. I met her downtown Toronto. I was working for Via Royal Canada, and I walk into a store because I told Spirit, I'm hungry. I'm downtown Toronto. I'm hungry. And they're like, okay, go. And I walk into a store. Nothing to do with food. There's Buddhas and crystals and blah blah blah. And then I see this young girl, I'm like, and then the messages came up. Boom, 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 boom. Never seen her before in my life. But you see, it's incredible how spirit does that, where
yeah,
it pushes, it'll tell me do that. Give people, as a spiritualist, as a medium, it's my job, to help people rise up, to help give people love and power, for them to empower themselves, for them to know they're loved by something, that they're not useless beings. You see,
exactly.
because people are afraid to go to therapy. I know. It's hard. My therapist, sometimes I go in, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to talk about this. But if I don't, what happens is I start feeling alone. I'm not good enough. And all these voices, because we all have that,
Yes.
right? And spirit will help a certain amount of time, but spirit didn't help with my addiction or my codependency. I had to go to therapy. You know what I mean? Like anger is a propeller for change, but spirit will tell me, okay, be loving with yourself. I used to forget to ask for myself because I was raised Catholic, and I was like, God forbid you ask for yourself. You have to help everybody else. And then it's like, wait a minute, if we're God's children, I always suggest to everybody I meet, go to Vipassana. Vipassana is a 10-day silent retreat where I swear it doesn't matter if you're an atheist, it doesn't matter what you believe in, because it's all the same. And you told me that. You said to me, John, all religions are spokes on a wheel like a bike.
Yeah,
And I've been
exactly.
using that, by the way,
And God
for
is the
years.
center that connects
Yes.
all of us.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yes.
that what you said that when you said that to me, that got me through New Mexico, Arizona, California, Washington State, Vancouver, the Rocky Mountains, because it got me away from my parents' teachings, which was beautiful. Nothing wrong with it. And I love Mother Mary and Kuan Yin and the whole thing. But it was that whole, am I good enough?
Hmm.
When we're told, many people are told young, be quiet, be
Yeah.
seen, not heard.
Hmm.
And then what happens? You push everything down.
Yeah.
I never thought at 56 I'd have like more space in my heart. But meeting people like you, my clients, I love them dearly, but I can't do it for them.
No, that's true. They have to be willing to do that shadow part, and it's kind of like people. Sometimes I work with clients, and I see a merry-go-round, right? And they're in the middle of that merry-go-round trying to jump on, and they just can't do it, and it just cycles back around. So if you're not ready or in a position to want to deal with that certain experience, it's going to cycle back around. You can push it back down, but it's going to cycle back around until you're ready, and actually brave enough to get there and jump on there and deal with it. But we're all human beings. We all have issues. We all have happy moments and sad moments, and we all compare ourselves to other people. Well, they look normal. Oh, honey, they're not normal. We all have skeletons in our closet. They're just good at not showing
Exactly.
everything.
Exactly. I had the therapist once. She said to me, my teacher, and she said to me, When I graduated, she said, "You loved me, you hated me." I'm like, "Oh my God." She
All of the
triggered,
above.
but she triggered everything because she's like, "Stop blaming your parents. This is about you now." And I
Yeah.
went, "Oh my God." And I remember her saying, "Okay, you opened the door to that person in your life that you're living with. Nobody broke it down." And I went, "Ah." You see, accountability in spiritualism. For me, spirit has helped me be more accountable. I mean, I got to share something very deep, but 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 2021, my mom died. A month later, I went to court against my sexual abuser, and that was the hardest thing I had to do. That meant I had no more family. I had some friends, but it was 3 years of just my therapists, which I'm so honored to have. And I didn't have that phone call on my birthday or Christmas, but I had spirit. And it was hard. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And but it was what formed my relationship with the silence, being able to be okay alone, to detach myself from all that stuff, to really heal, because the
Well,
healing starts there. But at one point, spirit was like, okay, like I work at all these spiritual churches across the nation in the US, right? And they all have their mindset and how they think. Not my business. I go in, I do my thing, I serve spirit. I don't serve people, you know. One stays humble when, and spirit will tell me, okay, John, you know,
yeah, I hear take the ego out. So,
always, but it's
it's
always going to
like,
be there.
yeah, it's like I'm not a healer. People call me that, but I'm like the healing actually takes place between the person and our creator. I'm like a bridge or a vessel that will maybe bring up something that they've not thought about or showing them a different perspective. But it's amazing how many people that I come across that have very similar issues are just a little different. And I like to leave, as you do, you like to leave your clients with a morsel of some type of education to help themselves. So whether it's getting a message from a loved one that has passed, it's just such a heartfelt things. And I get the same thing, and I tell people I don't charge to pray. I'll pray all you want for, that I don't charge people for praying, but I do have a business with other type of services. Um, and that's kind of hard for some people to want to pay somebody because you have a gift. And that's kind of a hard thing for me sometimes because I don't feel worthy, but then I have to come in and I deserve to also have a good life. I mean, I'm not in a mansion or
No,
anything.
no, I know, but you know what? This is very interesting that you bring that up. There's a lot of, my grandfather was a shaman, never charged in Europe. So that was a long time ago. Um, and as I'm doing this work, I mean, when I go to a massage therapist, I pay $130 for an hour massage. I go to my therapist, I pay her. Why would someone not pay me? You see, this is the thing. Um, it's incredible how people will put, in America, people will pay more. Because already you pay for everything, healthcare, feet, podiatrist, everything, right? So you're used to paying. But in Canada, because we have a global health system, they're like, I don't know, so I told, I'm a bit sarcastic at times. One person's like, how much you charge? And I was working in a spiritualist church, and I turned around and said, I'm not selling tomatoes today. And I just because I know my worth, but that took a lot of work. Knowing our worth is knowing that you bring value. I'm telling you, you brought value to me just by cutting cords with Archangel Michael and your video. Because
Oh,
God help me,
thank
I
you.
don't know what I would do to that man. If I was living with someone who said to me, I remember him saying, "Be like me and say nothing." I'm like, the person is allowed to say that, but it's very confronting when it's COVID and you're living with a wall. But that person's pain is not my responsibility. And you see, that's what Spirit taught me. I attracted that because I was in pain.
Mhm.
And then go heal thyself. Which we never arrive, by the way. Anybody that says they know everything, I cross the street, I run, I just bye-bye. Because nobody knows everything.
Exactly. Yeah. We're
You
all the
know,
time learning every single day.
yeah, every
So,
reading you learn.
yeah. What are some of the signs our loved ones in spirit may be trying to reach us?
The signs, I
Yeah.
would say to pay attention to when you go in nature, animals. I think I know animals for sure will come in and give messages, and you can ask. You see, it's about asking. When you speak, energy comes out of you. So if you ask spirit, like I'll ask my mom, Mom, give me a sign you're around, and I'll get one. Or one of my dear friends, Donald, just passed away by medical assistance about 3 months ago. He was a medium, and I said to him, Donald, how you need to help me from upstairs because I could be a mess sometimes. I'm human, right? And he said to me, I will. And I go, so what sign? And I won't talk about the sign itself, but he gave me a particular sign that when I hear that, I know it's him.
Ah,
So you can ask your spirit guides or your loved ones, give me a sign. Like my father gave me no sign at all. My father came through in the UK once. My mother, on the other hand, was kept coming, kept coming, kept coming, because she really wanted to make sure I was okay. So
oh,
that was her character too. She was independent, she was a feminist, so she was like, "Hey, I'm here and I'm gonna," so she had that. Where my father was quieter in life, he's still quiet in spirit. Their character doesn't change. But the signs, I mean, of course, there's feathers and all this business. Um,
yeah.
a song will come on that
Right,
reminds
right.
you.
Somebody is
Yeah.
speaking this. They're not even talking to you, but it answers your questions. And like sometimes if I have a request or I want something, I'll say, okay, let me see a hummingbird, and right now the hummingbirds are just starting to come up. And so there was a couple things that I was working on a couple weeks ago, and I forgot to say, show me a sign. And then I said, okay, show me a sign, show me a hummingbird. And no sooner than that was said that a hummingbird came up to the feeder. And that was the first hummingbird that we had for the start of this year. So, like you said, you could say, show me a butterfly and it's in the middle of winter. Well, you may be looking through a book and there's a butterfly, or there's a butterfly on TV,
Or a tattoo. Somebody
those are
walks by.
all different messages.
Mhm.
And it's just, to me, they're always trying to let us know that they're around and they're okay. But I think sometimes we have shields over our eyes and we think it's our imagination
Well,
or
the
it could
shields are
be,
grief. When we're grieving
yeah,
a loved one, we can't
okay,
be open to that because our heart is heavy. We're missing them. We're yearning. We're thinking of them. So, or I'm talking for myself. I kept my mother's things. I'm still giving them away now, right? But it's that attachment as it goes away, and you accept that they're in a beautiful place. It takes time, years. So grief, there's anger, there's rage, there's denial, there's all these things that happen in grieving that blocks the loved one from coming through. Why
yeah,
is it I connect so like amazingly well with people's loved ones, but my own, I don't? We're all in the same boat. You know what I mean? God didn't say, well, I'm going to give you, John, that gift and you can heal everybody. I'm still going to miss my loved ones like everybody. The loss of a mother is a huge thing. She gave you life. A mother's love, I'm sorry, but nobody will ever love you like a mother. No one. No one, no one. Doesn't matter how beautiful, how rich, no one will ever. The mother's love is what's purest in the world. Most mothers, right?
yeah, most mothers.
Um,
I'm sure there's some that, don't fall in there, but
well, that's karma.
you are. Yeah, that could be so too. So these are some of the things that could block somebody from feeling or receiving messages is their self. They're just not
Their
able,
pain.
their pain.
Yeah, their pain, because pain blocks.
So, John, as someone who works so closely with spirit, what is the one message you feel that they want humanity to remember right now?
That we're all connected, that we're all brothers and sisters, that the separation that people create is nonsense.
Yeah, I
There's
agree.
no, there's no, yes, it's great to be proud of what country you're from, but at the end of the day, we're all one. And we forget that because, we want to be right, we want to be stronger, we want to be this, but we're all one. And when someone is dying, spirits always said this to me, like they don't care about the ring or the house or the car. They care about their loved ones. They want to be around love. They want to, that's what lives on. Love lives on. Spirit lives on. Spirit wants you to know that you are loved. But we forget where we come from. This, so that's the biggest message I have for people is for humanity is don't forget that we're all one. You know,
Yeah.
and if somebody's, my therapist said this to me, if someone screams at you on the sidewalk, don't scream back. That's not a boundary. That's insanity. Just walk away, you know, but choose. Smile at someone that maybe no one hasn't spoken to someone in 3 weeks because they're depressed. Just a smile. I'm not saying bring them
Mhm.
home.
Right,
It's
right.
the kindness, the
No, but it's
kindness.
true. Like you said, when especially when it comes from the heart, a little
Yeah.
smile. And I love being in a store and the children are in the they're in the front of the car and the mothers or the fathers are looking, and I smile at them, or I'll tell them in my mind, "You're so beautiful." And they smile, and I'm thinking, oh, well, wow, maybe they can pick up what I'm saying. And one little girl, she goes, "Hi." And I said, "Hi." So every time she saw me in the store, she would go, "Hi." And it was just the energy and the love that they have because it's so innocent is just unbelievable.
It's incredible.
It is.
My cousin's daughter um divorced and her daughter's 3. And they're not sure yet what's wrong with her, but she was very violent. Ah. But when she saw me, she's like, "You're silly," and she started laughing. And I'm like, and she just hold her hands out, and I'm like, and then 5 minutes later, I don't want to talk to you. Like she was going through a lot of. That's how kids, when kids are angry, it's emotions, and she's so loving now because her mother's calmed down. Her mother went for therapy. You see, so as the parent is calming down, the child also calms down. So it's that love that children feel. Children are amazing because
Yes.
they can be very cruel too when they're young.
Yeah, they don't have filters.
No. Well, like some old people, I mean, some people in their 90s or 80s don't have filters. It just all comes out and you're like, my God, you know? Yeah,
Turn around.
exactly.
Okay, so that's too funny. So as we get at the end of these questions and stuff, I have one more question. What should the person receiving the message focus on or take with them?
That love never dies,
Beautiful.
that they're not alone, especially they're not alone because we all feel alone sometimes. You can be married and feel alone, by the way, right?
Oh yeah.
It's not because you physically have someone in the same house. You can feel more alone when you're the wrong person, right?
Yeah,
But
that's true.
Spirit has infused me with hope to go on, even though I lost all my family. No one left. My dog died. And I know it's a dog for some people, but for me, she was everything. Because dogs and animals, unconditional love, and they're easy. They don't tell me, "John, you're not nice today." They just come back and wag their tail, right? They don't, and it saddens me when people close the door to relationship with people because we need connection so bad in this world. And we lack real connection, not saving people but connection with people that are like-minded or help us evolve, right? So spirit,
Right.
and that's a huge thing that I don't, is it in my life mission maybe, for the self-help, the whole allowing people to go into their heart and feel. Because
And
when I
that's
go,
so important though.
when you
Yeah.
go here in the head, there's so many monkeys in there, it doesn't stop.
Yeah, I don't want tickets to your circus.
No, no, nor do I. That's why I go to meditation places.
Let me have a refund.
Yeah.
So, everything that you said, I agree with you. I did learn a couple things, and I'm always learning, so that's always a wonderful situation. So, what I'm going to do, John, is hand it over to you,
Okay.
and you do what you do best, and I will assist in any way that I can.
So I want to go to Cynthia. Is that okay?
Okay, Cynthia. Okay.
Can you unmute there?
Yeah, if she can't, maybe I ask to unmute her.
hmm I need to hear her voice because or else I won't.
Yeah, that's fine. She's unmuted.
Hi, John.
Hi, Cynthia. Okay, let me connect to your vibration. Is there someone in spirit you want to connect to?
Um, Not particularly
Okay.
whoever's around.
Wow. I have never seen you before, but I'm feeling the sense of like everything came crashing last year.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm feeling that your body too took a toll. Do you get that?
Yep.
You understand this? Like health
Yes.
wise. And you're
Yep.
starting to come up you're starting to come up now. You're
Yep.
starting to raise your vibrate. You're starting to get help, I want to say, for feelings. You're not alone anymore, like in a box. Do you understand that? Controlled by this
Yes.
person.
Mhm.
You got away from that. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Uh,
Working on it.
well, you will get away. You're working on it, but you've decided 80%.
Yeah.
It's
This
scary
is
to
true.
get away. No medium, no
No,
therapist
I
can
am.
tell you to leave someone, right? But
Hmm.
you're getting away in the sense that you're choosing yourself more now.
That's true.
There's a woman in spirit coming through, and she's quite funny. Okay, this is a woman in spirit that, give me a sec. What's mom's name?
Virginia. Well, she was Romania, so Romanian, and she came to this country. So
Don't
it was
tell me, love.
okay.
Please don't tell me. Virginia. Did she have things with her hands, like problems?
Yes.
Because I'm starting to feel like my hands hurt and
Hmm.
I can't pick things up. Okay. Do you understand that? I just want to make
Yeah.
sure I have the right Virginia because there's three
Yes.
women right here with you.
Okay.
And I want to see, okay. And the reason why I want to hear you tell me about her, I want her to tell me who she is. And I want her, this is what I do with evidence, right? I want her, okay. Mom, was she at one point very thin
Yes.
and it was like hard to get food in?
Yes.
She wants to say she's free of that now. She can breathe. I can breathe better. Do you get that? I had a problem like catching breath. Okay. There was a point where it was very difficult and everything is
Right.
cleared up now. Something about the left side of the brain. There's something about the left eye or vision. There's something about everything is blurred at one point, or I don't see things well. Because I'm connecting to her vibration. I'm connecting to like either some sort of confusion. I'm not talking Alzheimer. I'm saying confusion. I'm talking about denial. I'm okay. I don't need this help. I don't want it. I don't need it. And because of that, it was a downfall. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
She's a character. By the way, there's a lot, the women in your family are very gifted spiritually. I'm talking like tarot, okay? I'm talking like they see things. It's not only in Salem, you know? And your mother, she never felt safe at home.
No.
And really her upbringing was just so and she's like, I'm free of that. And she's forgiven, by the way. Did you have two husbands?
Yeah, my number three.
Oh, Jesus, mother. Okay, sorry. I'm like, she just told me, you know what? Number two is something, and number three is like another rodeo.
Oh, for sure.
I gotta say, you have courage, honey. Because
Oh,
your mom is very funny. There's a sarcasm that's coming through.
yes.
And she loves you dearly. And when she was alive, it was hard at times. It was really hard to connect. It almost felt like it was never good enough. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And my God, this woman worked herself to the bone.
Yes.
Never, rarely traveled. Do you understand? It was work, 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 work. I want to talk about dad.
Okay.
I'm seeing like a pillar. Like, do you understand that?
Yes.
Like a strength.
I'd say ego. Maybe strength, but
Hold
ego.
on. No, there's a strength, but it was like he didn't. Please don't tell me.
Okay.
As I'm seeing him there, and she's going like, "Okay, get away from me." Do you understand that?
Yes.
And she's happy that she's like, "No, I don't want that." She suffered greatly,
Yes.
okay, and she doesn't want you to do the same.
Working on
Do you have a sister?
it. Yes.
Lord help me. She's something.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to get. There's something about her not talking about stuff.
Yes.
She's very emotionally blocked. I would say therapy. I would say she needs to talk to someone. Um, a lot of isolation in her life.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're the opposite. You're like a free soul, you know. It's not because you're outside. Your whole life you broke through barriers. Do you get that? Because
Yes.
and you're the black sheep. You're like going, "Oh my God, I don't get this in this family. I don't want this. I don't." And the first marriage, you're quite young.
Yes.
I just want to get out of the house, you know?
Yes.
Mm. Yeah, mom is
Piece work.
yeah, but you know what? She had character, but she was in pain. She wants to say, "I'm
Hmm.
sorry for not being there for you." Because this is not a reading, okay? So I'm not gonna get into really personal things,
Yeah.
but stuff happened when you were a child that were very difficult. And she's like, "I wish I knew." Okay?
Yes.
Um, I'll leave you with that, hon. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.
God bless you
You're
too.
on the
And
right, you're on the right road.
oh, thank you. So one of my really dear friends is Brandy Wells.
Ah!
Yeah. So
No.
it's no, seriously. Yep. We opened the tea lounge together.
Did you?
I was her kitchen witch.
I love it. You know what? Say hi to Brandy. We're supposed to work together all these years later.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so you're in New Hampshire.
Well, I'm in Vermont.
Oh,
She's
you're
across
Vermont.
the river.
Yeah,
She's
she's
across.
across the river, yeah.
But I heard all about you when she went to England, and so it's interesting. Well, funny for whatever reasons that you picked me. So thank you. God bless too.
Well, Spirit picked you. I just went boom.
Right.
But Bradley is very gifted.
Mm.
We keep trying to do things like we're supposed to rent like a library between Canada and US. That then anyway,
Hmm.
it's gonna
Oh.
happen event. Very gifted medium. I love how she works. Love her story. The soul, it's called this vibrational.
Hmm.
In
Amazing human.
Yeah, amazing human and strong. My
Yep.
kind of woman.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna mute you. And who do you feel drawn to now, John?
I want to go to people I don't know, you know? Uh, am I saying your name right, Kuka?
You'll need to unmute yourself, Kuka. Okay.
Hi.
Yes, that's how you say my name, Kuka. That's my nickname.
Are you native?
Uh, no, there's
What's what all
probably
the native people
name.
around you? There's a lot of that around vibration.
My grandfather on my mother's side was from native blood.
Yeah, but it's still in you. Let me
Oh,
just see what's going on here. Um, it's still in you, and it's like you help a lot of people.
yes.
I'm not sure if you're a counselor or what you do, but there's something where you're speaking and listening to people.
I've always been that way.
It's your natural innate state, but um, hmm, let me just see what's going on here. Hmm. Do you have questions
Uh,
or anybody you'd like to connect on the other side since we're on the topic?
well, my parents passed away
Yep.
just recently, and
Mhm. Can I have
uh,
your mom's name?
well, her name is Rosario, but her nickname was Chayo.
Chayo?
Yeah,
Oof,
we're when you're Mexican, you have nicknames.
I know. ¿Hablo español?
Sí,
Claro. Sí, soy de
soy
Portugal.
mexicana.
¿Soy mexicana? Okay.
Sí,
Don't tell me no más nada. I want to connect
ándale
to
pues.
Rosario, okay? And how do you say her name? It's a Mexican name?
Her name was Rosario, and her nickname is Chayo.
Chayo.
Hmm.
Wow. So the minute I'm saying her name, I'm getting this like wave of like warmth and love. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Um, she just wants to hug you. And this is someone who is very touchy. Do you understand?
yes.
Her hand, like lots of things are being done. Either she created things or wanted to create things. Do you understand this? Like there's always doing things. Her hands
Y-
never
y-
stopped. Um,
yes.
some people like go, okay, I'm gonna go to Costco, which I hate, but anyway, they'll do this and they'll get that. And she's like, no, I'm gonna do it from scratch.
She did a lot of work with her hands. A
But a
lot
lot
of
of
work.
artwork. I'm talking about artwork.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank
She
you.
embroidered,
Don't
she
tell me love. Just say
crocheted.
yes or no. I want
Yes.
her to tell me. Give me a minute. Um, Now her and dad was like a dance.
Yeah.
A lot of love
Yes.
there, okay? A lot of love, a lot of love.
Oh,
Um,
I'm glad to hear that.
a lot of passion.
Yes.
And you'd be like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed as a kid. You'd be like, geez, mother. She's like, now I just want to find out what's going on with her lungs.
He died of lung cancer.
Mom,
Yes.
thank you. So this is a confirmation from Chayo that it's lung cancer because I'm feeling this is how it works. Just explain to people because they don't know me. My clients do, but if you never see me work, I'm feeling my lungs fill up, right? And she's like, I can breathe now. Do you understand? There was a
Yes.
lot of things she kept in and couldn't talk.
Right. Yes.
Very young. It's like she was, when something's twisted? They tried to break her when she was young, but she's like, I never got broken.
That's her.
Like I'm talking to lots of different abuses, and she's like, no, I never got broken, but she kept it all in. Couldn't talk about it, didn't want to talk about. She made your
Right.
life completely worry-free.
Yes. She never shared
She didn't
her
want because she's
problems.
telling me I didn't want to share all that.
Right.
I'm not okay. I am seeing San Miguel de Allende. That's a sign for me, Mexico. I mean, desde F. Like I'm being shown different places in Mexico, right? But
Okay.
it's like she never really saw the country.
Right.
Okay. It was I'm stuck here and then I'm going there.
Right.
Um, like almost like an overnight thing.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, I want to talk about her skin. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I have no idea what this means, okay? Because Spirit's telling me this and I'm kind of going, what? I want to talk about her skin. I want to talk about how either it's dry or it's just hard for her, completely free. And Chayo, that was like a rebirth name.
Okay.
What is dad's name, please?
Gonzalo.
Gonzalo. Wow.
Yeah, but
Did he?
my mom used to call him Güero.
Güero? La música. Like, what's with the music?
Mm,
Not him, but his family, brother. There's someone with music. There's notes. Hold on. So that didn't this kind of stuff. That was like, nope, I don't anything to do. Like there was this whole he believed in God and all that, right? But there's whole anything spirituality. He was like, I'm okay with that, but it was kind of like, no, 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 no. And he's still that
yeah.
way on the other side, where he's like, okay, you know what? I get this, I want this, but
Right.
that was very couldn't stand still. Do you understand this?
Yes.
I can't my energy, I can't stand still. I just want to run around the room. I'm like, I can't stand still. I want to take
Right.
everything off. I want to be on the ground. I want to be in the earth. Do you understand that? I want to be outside.
Yes.
I don't like to be indoors.
Yes.
Really cool person. He didn't like to be like together. They were just this amazing, you know? Like
Yes.
the simple things became blessings. Do you understand that? It's like the
Yes.
simple things were like ceremony for them.
Yes.
And I'm so glad you had parents like that because they infused in you this love of life. And that's what you're telling me. They infused the love and life, this love of life for you.
Hmm.
And beautiful memories, right? A lot of little trips here and there, like a lot of,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So blessings to you.
Thank you.
Very lovely parents, lovely souls. And they haven't been gone that long, I know.
No.
Yeah. Because it's almost like their bodies are still warm. Okay. That's a sign for me that it's weeks, months, it's not.
Yeah.
And my condolences to you. I know how hard it is to lose parents.
Yeah. Thank you.
I know how hard, no problem. But I want you to know there's a lot of laughter with the two of them. It's like
Yes.
a lot of joking around. Do you know what I mean? Some couples stop joking after a year of marriage. They're like, "Oh, leave me alone. Go in the other room." But they're like joking and happy together, and and it's like they really loved each other so much.
I'm glad to hear that. I really
They
am.
really did, but they didn't show it
No,
because
no,
they were not allowed to show it.
right,
And mom was
right.
tough as nails
Yes, yes.
because he's like, "I love that woman, but my God."
Oh, yeah,
Because he's like, everything I did sometimes was never good enough. Do you understand that?
yes.
And he tried to be romantic in his own way, and he was very funny.
Yes,
But at least he tried, you see. And he's like, she realizes also it was her stuff.
yeah.
But there was a lot of, is there a brother around here?
I have 5 brothers.
But there's a brother in particular. I get the number three with him. I don't know what three means. March.
In March, I have a brother born in March.
Well, the one in March, he's going to be okay. Do you understand that?
Okay,
Because there's like, he's
3.
anyway, it's the number three, March. So you have five, but this particular one has always
Uh-huh.
been the bane of your mother's existence, okay? This is someone she kind of went.
Yeah. Oh, it might be my oldest brother because my mom was always very protective of
Well, the
him.
protective, the oldest, but the number three is the one she kind of went, I don't
Mm,
know. It just, this is not a reading, right? But the one in March,
right.
the one in March,
Okay.
just reach out to him because he's feeling alone. He's not, he's not, doesn't talk.
Okay.
Okay. And she just wants you to reach out to him. You'll be surprised. I have no
Okay.
clue. You can tell maybe you know Lisa. You can tell Lisa later what happens with that. But there's something about you
Uh-huh.
needing to reach out to the brother in March.
Okay.
There's supposed to be 7 kids.
Okay. So what happened with the
Five,
other
6.
4?
No, but you have 5 brothers.
I have 5 brothers and 5 sisters. They had a total of 11 kids.
They had, but at 7, something happened.
Oh, okay.
The seventh one, I have at the seventh one. She was young when she's 11 kids. That's really cool. But the seventh one, there's something about the seventh one.
Poodle. I know who it is. Yeah, I know who it is.
Okay,
I
I'm not
know
gonna
who it
get into
is.
details because but oh my God, I'm
Yes.
just like I just want to run. Like I'm talking about the seventh one, and I'm like, oh my Lord,
Yes. Yes.
my
Yes. I
Lord,
know. I
Lord.
know why you're saying it. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, you probably know. I have spirits not telling me. They don't particularly tell me all this stuff, right? But your
Right.
mom's like, you came out pretty good considering.
Yes. Compared to him. Yes.
Eh. Yeah, because he's a mess, honey. I'm like, this person needs to
Yes.
be tied down and put away for a little bit because it's just always the drama, and the stuff and the anger. And,
Oh,
and it's like you're different. She's like, your mom's like, it's like he's not from us,
yes. I know what she's talking
but
about.
he's
Yes.
always been like that since he was a child.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
she's like, I had to scold the poor guy all the time.
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
what the color purple means.
My mom liked that color.
Well, there's something purple around her, and it's like it just made her feel good. So when you
Hmm.
see purple flowers or purple, see, we're talking about signs. She's telling me to tell you to ask to see purple in
Okay.
nature. Okay, the next time she's around you all the time. Please understand that. Um,
Yes, I do
you're
feel
going on
her
a great
more.
trip soon. I'm not talking to the other
Really?
side. Talking you're going on.
Oh God, thank you. Thank
No,
you for
honey.
clarifying that.
No. Are
Oh
you
my
in
God.
America? Are you in America?
Yes.
You're in Texas? No.
No.
Who's in Texas? Not besides Lisa. There's someone in Texas connected to you.
Only Lisa Joe.
Oh, it's not Texas. Hold on a minute. New Mexico.
Okay, hold on.
Well,
Um, my son is in the Air Force and he's getting stationed. They're moving him to New Mexico in June or July.
well, Tell him to not stay in Albuquerque, please.
I think it's going to Alamogordo, I think.
That's fine. Just tell him to stay away from Albuquerque.
Got it. Got it. I'll write it
There's
down.
something about New Mexico that you will be driving, you'll be going there.
Okay.
And there's a sanctuary there of Our Lady. You can get, hold on, I'll get you the name.
Okay.
Sorry, you'll like it's called there. Oh my God, look, your mother's name.
What is
Chimayo,
it?
Santuario de Chimayo.
The what?
Santuario de Chimayo, Chimayo. It's in New Mexico, okay?
Oh, okay.
And you're gonna get Blessed
Okay.
Earth.
Okay. Blessed Earth. Got it.
It's right next to Santa
Yeah.
Fe because there's something about healing in that area for you.
Okay.
Um,
And I wanted to ask my mom a question.
sure.
I wanted to ask her if she could be with my son.
Oh yeah, to
Um,
protect him for sure. She will protect him. Your son will not be in is it the Navy?
uh, no, Air Force.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the Air Force for a while, but he's gonna get out.
Yes. Well, my concern is because my son is gifted and is just coming into knowing that.
Mhm.
We have strong gifted blood coming
I
from
know
my
you do. I
mom's
can see it
side.
in your eyes, dear. You used to see
Yes.
that. You used to see people. You used to see spirits when you were young.
You know what? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
but
blocked
you
out a
could.
lot of my childhood.
I know you did because of trauma.
Yes. Yes.
But I can see spirit clearly in you. And when you go to the Sanctuary de Chimayo,
Uh-huh.
it's like half an hour from Albuquerque. Make sure you have good tires because you're uphill. That's like the whole. But you're gonna go on a spiritual journey, and it's gonna open you up. But and the Navajo,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
and your son too is opening up more, right? Um,
Yes, and that concerns me. And so
well, he's
my
opening up
mom,
more. Yeah, he's opening up more because your mom was very aware of spirit world.
yes, she was. We shared
Okay.
that.
Your mom was
We
aware of
shared that.
spirit world, and her family, her bloodline was very aware of it.
Yes,
You're very
absolutely.
rational, dear. You're very rational. That's okay.
Yeah.
Um, hmm.
But my concern is my son.
It'd be
And
fine.
so I want to ask my mom to be around him and help him and
Yeah, she
protect
will. She
him.
is already around him because either he broke up with somebody or he left somebody or something like that happened or he left some people behind. I want to say friends or there was a cleanup that he did before 2 months ago or
Mm,
something. Okay. And
mm.
your mom is watching over him. But your son's fine. Your son's just his head is in the air a lot often.
Yeah, he's in Aquarius. You're absolutely right on that.
So thank you, hon.
Thank you. Thank you very
Take
much.
care. And you can get my website if you want to tell your friends. Go on my
Okay,
Instagram,
thank
follow
you.
me, spread me around
Mm.
America. I'm coming to North Carolina. Where are you at?
I am, well, right now I'm living in Las Vegas and hopefully with a soon move to Tennessee. So I will have two states to spread you around.
You know what? If you go to Louisiana,
Hmm.
you're very gifted. You're going to feel a lot of things. You know La Guadalupe?
Hmm.
She's very interesting. She was taken from the Maya and all that. Anyway, this is all in your bloodline. Um, you're going to
Could
have
I
more.
ask you a quick, could I ask
Mhm.
you a quick question?
Yes.
I can't seem to shake this
Which
of
one?
fear of spirit, fear of
Well, that's
entities
religion.
that,
Dogma does that. And spirit is love, right? So if God is love, why fear? Of course, we fear because we're like, oh my God. In all Hollywood, does a horrible job, right? With ghosts and all this.
right, right.
So next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, this is the devil.
Yes,
This
yes.
is that. We
I'm
all have
scared
that.
of the dark
Of
entities,
course, you're
like
scared.
of
You're
the lower
Mexicana.
entities.
You're Mexican. You're Mexicana normal. You're
I
like, oh, no
know.
quiero, no, tengo miedo. It's
El
normal.
cucuy, right? El
Yes.
cucuy.
But you know
Yes.
what? It's when you walk with the light, you're not scared. And fear stems from trauma. I can't say it enough to people to go get help, to go speak to someone and figure out where that's coming from, you know? I know mediums
Yeah.
are amazing, but will not let themselves be open to spirit because they're afraid of is it gonna come into my house at night? Come on now.
Yes, that's me.
I know. No one comes in my house unless you're not invited, including invisible people. Sorry, I get passionate, right?
No, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
You have a
I'm
blessed
okay
day,
with
hon.
that. Thank you. Bless you too.
Bless you too.
Thank you, Kuka. So, John, are you ready, or do you want to do another one, or
Ready for? Sorry.
are you ready to leave?
Oh, I mean, who's Leslie
Leslie, let's see.
O'Connor?
Oh, I think she's. Oh, Leslie, can you say hello? Let's see.
I just asked her to unmute.
Okay.
And there's an iPhone that joined. I don't know who that is, but Leslie?
She may have left out.
Now there's the iPhone. Hi, iPhone.
Wait. It's me, John, your cousin Trisha.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can mute the love. Thank you.
I'm gonna mute it because you were
No problem.
asking who it
No
was.
worries.
Hold
No
on.
worries. I got you. I got you. Um, let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, Lisa, maybe you could come to you before I leave. How about that?
Oh, I would love that.
How about that?
I would love that.
Are you getting a new
Sure.
cat? Are you getting a new cat?
Only God knows.
I know, but I'm seeing like there's two. Let me see. I just want to ask Spirit where you're, because you were like, where am I moving to? We had this little conversation, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
See what's going on here. Okay, so you know how west of the Mississippi,
Okay.
you won't go back to California because you can't deal with California. I know that.
No.
I know. It's very interesting because Oklahoma is certainly out, and that fear he has is his. It's his guide saying, "Don't go there,"
Okay.
because of the pain that was suffered greatly.
Mhm.
But of course, Oklahoma, right? It's Tornado Valley. You know, it's part of living there. It's like, um, I don't see you in New Mexico or Arizona, anything past that. And it's funny because the minute you said North Carolina, I felt your energy there. I felt you in North Carolina. I felt you in Wilmington by the ocean.
Okay.
Mhm. So please look at Oak Island.
Hello,
Hello?
this is Leslie. I'm sorry, just when you're ready. I don't know what happened to my phone.
Okay, it won't be
So,
long, dear. So I'm seeing you like around. It's interesting because it's not South Carolina. That would not go well with you. I see you
North
in North.
Carolina?
Yeah, I see you in North Carolina because I see, Virginia's not far in all that business, right? So I see you going to more of that central USA and not going to east or west. Like you're not going to go to Vermont. You're not going to go to, Shasta. You're positioning yourself in the Carolinas. There's no winter because you can't deal with snow.
Especially when it goes over the door.
Exactly. I know you wouldn't live in Canada. You'd be freaking out. I know. But Lisa, I'm just see you in. I want you your guides are going to show you around Oak Island, and I do see property for you because so I do see property about an hour from Raleigh.
Okay.
So Raleigh is the triangle, right? Where all the universities are and all the pharmaceutical in America. So I do see you doing that there. I do see you looking in that area. You're gonna get more for your buck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's always a good thing, right?
Yeah, you're gonna but you don't want to go to redneck area. You know what I mean? Like there's
Right.
things you're like, no, I don't want to go there. Do you know what I mean? I do see you like between the ocean and the mountains.
Okay.
Okay. And that's gonna be your place. That's gonna be something where you're gonna go, wow, this is pretty cool. You're gonna find a great community in that area. Um, but you won't where you're at now, you're not going up, you're going down the panhandle and more north, south.
Oh,
Uh,
more.
wait.
No, let's see.
Oh.
I'm kind of like in central Texas,
Yeah,
so
you're in Central, but you're
south
gonna.
would from me would be Canada,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
Canada. And I know where Oak Island is. We watch it every week.
Well, you're very attracted to Oak Island. You can go on vacation because if you rent anybody here that's listening, you go to Oak Islands by the ocean, you rent 5 days, you get two free.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh. Nothing great. It's not the Marriott, it's just very simple, but who cares? But I do see you in that area. I do see you positioning yourself more towards the Carolinas.
Okay.
Not Mississippi, not that, not
No,
Florida, you would no, but more to the Carolinas. It would be more of your like relaxed state of place.
thank
You're
you.
also you're also redoing your website.
Yep,
It's going to be amazing. God bless.
thank you. I hope.
Oh, yo, I don't hope I know.
I should know better than that to say that to you because you only speak the truth.
Always, I try, and
Yeah.
when I don't, spirit lets me know, trust me. We all have, there's the truth and my truth, but when it comes to spirit, is like you're supposed to feel so how can I say this? When you see a medium, you're supposed to feel happy. You're supposed to feel joy with the message, uplifting. You shouldn't feel like, oh my God. And the reason I'm sharing this because it happened to me many moons ago when um, I had a medium. I was working at a store as a medium, and this woman came up to me and says, "Your mother's gonna die. You're getting to work." I didn't know her. She's just between a vestibule, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, so it's that kind of shock that made me go, and I had that a lot of my life, right? A lot of trauma. Made me kind of go, well, no, it's not right to just tell people garbage like that. But it affected me. I was in bed for a week. I was sick, like because everything she said came out true, by the way. Like my mom got sick, my dog had cancer, my mom died, the dog died, my ex left me. I mean, I had a work accident, everything, everything. Even the whole working all over the world as a medium. That part is cool, but everything between. And I remember saying, I don't want ever to make people feel like what I felt.
Yeah, I
Because there's
understand.
there's a responsibility and accountability and karma. Because every time you give a message to someone, you're creating your own karma with that message, right? And that's why I work in spiritual churches, not because I like to travel, because there's accountability. And I just want to end with this, if anybody wants to see Lilydale, New York, if you have Prime, Amazon Prime, you can watch No One Dies at Lilydale, and you'll see there's a beautiful community in New York. It's on Prime.
Yeah, I have Amazon, so I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
you'll look it up. It's No One Dies in Lilydale, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Someone's coming in, but
Let's see.
Leslie, I'm going to come to you because I promised to come to you. If you can turn your volume on and you can
Okay,
turn,
can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
can hear you.
great.
I don't have to see you, but I can hear you. How are you?
Okay, I'm fine, thank you.
Is that your picture?
Yes.
Okay, give me a sec. Is there someone on the other side you'd like to connect with, dear?
Oh, yes.
Can I have the name and the relationship? That's all I need.
Jake, and he's my brother.
Jake? Okay, give me a minute. Wow. Something happened where it's like a bang. Do you understand this? It's like boom, gone. It's
Yes.
and
No.
he's like, don't. What's with the M letter in his name? M
Um,
or someone connected with M.
hmm.
There's something about M.
The okay, the M is William,
Well,
is
that's
his first name.
William,
Yeah,
but
William Jake Wong, but
okay. So I want to talk about how this gentleman, and he was quite young. He's not old. This is not someone who I'm getting like there's a blockage here. There's a blockage as far as him wanting to communicate as he was in life. Do you understand that? It's hard for him to talk about feelings.
yes.
It's hard for him to talk about what happened or how he got to where he got to. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Um, he's quite all right now. Okay, he's okay. But it was very
Okay.
difficult for him to sustain himself. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And he wants to say sorry for all that trouble because
Tell him. Hmm.
it's like sorry, hold on, sorry for all that trouble and sorry for not being there to help you when you need it because he couldn't do it. It wasn't that he didn't love you, he just didn't know how. Do you understand that?
Kind of.
Okay, well, Jake, this is a man of many dimensions. This is someone who's very intelligent, but he never, it's like never took care of himself. Do you get that?
Yes.
It was very hard. Like he was very, I want to say responsible in his work, but irresponsible with himself. Do you get that?
Yes.
Like highly responsive in work, highly responsible. But when it came to his personal self, it was the
Hmm.
last thing. It didn't matter. And then when he found out what he had, it was too late. Do you get that? It was like boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
Um, he wants to thank you for that last visit.
Okay.
It's um, it's like you really opened your heart to him.
Yes.
And he knows how much you love him, and the love doesn't die, by the way. He will help you. There's a little girl around him. I don't know what this little girl is. Give me a second. It's like a young woman, young girl.
I'm not sure who that
Give
would
me a
be.
minute. Your brother, what happened 3 years ago?
3 years ago?
Hmm. So 2023.
Oh, that's when he was diagnosed with his
Thank
issue.
you. Thank
Hmm.
you. So
Yeah.
2023 to 20 was complete hell for 2 years.
Yep. Hmm.
And he's telling me I no longer have that. My
Oh,
body is
good.
fine now. I don't need my body. So you know when you buy clothes and you're like, oh my God, it doesn't fit well, doesn't feel good anymore, and I'm giving it away. That's what happens in spirit. They shed the
Okay.
body, and I know you miss him, and I know it was
Yes.
hard to see him in that state.
Right.
There was a lot of things in him, on him.
Yes.
And he's like, I'm okay. As he crossed over, he met he met a woman that was very dear to him,
Good.
who he missed dearly. Okay. She was pivotal in his childhood. He's not,
Okay.
but it's like this, he was met by this woman. And
Right.
because when he crossed over, the last breath out here, the next one is there. There's no
Right.
waiting hours or weeks. It's boom. It's that instant. So he's sending you your love. He doesn't want you to think about the disease or what he went through, please,
Okay, great.
because that's
And
hard to think
mhm,
about that because we kind of, and there's nothing you could have done different. There's
okay.
nothing you could have done for him to live longer. I want to say the organs were failing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And because the organs were failing, he's like, I couldn't sustain myself. So blessings
Right.
to you, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you, Leslie. All right, John, do you want to go on or you
Let's see.
connect another time?
Sure, we could do this another time, dear.
And I appreciate you so much coming forward and being on the show.
Can I
And
share something funny? My therapist was there earlier.
oh, really?
Uh-huh. And I was like, oh boy. And she knows me. You know when someone knows you really well?
Hmm.
Because it's hard to open up to partners, to husbands, to wives, to kids, because they know you, it's family. And you're always like, if I say something, they're gonna use it against me when they're upset, right?
Taking notes.
Exactly. And my therapist was there and she's like, I'd love to see your work. I'm like, I don't know if she did, but this is gonna be broadcasted, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Um,
well, we're gonna actually post it on YouTube
sure.
as well on the messenger spiritual messengers of light. So that definitely will happen. And everybody can watch it there, and they'll probably be all uploaded by this evening.
Sure.
So,
And Brandy Wells, that's so crazy how her friend, her cohort, the person that works with her in New Hampshire
right,
lives in
right.
Vermont. Do you see how spirit works? How it's like, and Brandy's very gifted, you know. Uh, Everybody doesn't know that Arlene is here. She's part of a crew that does beautiful work, uh,
Yes, she
ghost
is.
hunting and a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah,
We see you.
I see you, darling.
She goes back
Mama
into
D, Mama
the
D,
she
Mama
goes
D.
back into the shadow.
So thank you very much for coming, everyone.
All right, when we will see you guys again. Thank you
And I
all.
will see you soon.
All
Take
right.
care. Bye bye.
Bye.